It's the dictionary. 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 It's the dictionary.
Hello, word nerds, and welcome to the dictionary. My name is Spencer, and today we are getting into the, it's the government section, the govern section. So we'll get into that, and then we'll have more in the next episode. But, before we get to the govern section, we must now first have to talk about gout. We got to talk about gout. G-O-U-T, noun from the 13th century. Number 1 is a metabolic diseased marked... Disease? Did I say diseased? A metabolic disease marked by a painful inflammation of the joints, deposits of urates in and around the joints, and usually an excessive amount of uric acid in the blood. That's gout. It sounds not good. I should probably look up, how do you get gout? And again, the Google is like, Spencer, what's wrong with you? What's going on with you? Let's see. Gout happens when too much uric acid builds up in the blood. That's what we just learned. Forming sharp crystals in your joints that cause sudden pain and swelling. Your body makes uric acid by breaking down purines, which come from certain foods and natural cell processes. So causes and triggers could be your diet, maybe red meat, organ meats, shellfish, drinking beer or sweet drinks with fructose. Those things because of I guess maybe the purines your body's breaking down, and then if you got too many of those, their body's like, hey baby, it's gout time. Let's see, body processing. Your body might make too much uric acid, or your kidneys might not get rid of it fast enough. Other health issues like being overweight, having high blood pressure, diabetes, kidney disease. Whew. So those also could be other things, just like, body's not working great. Medicines, taking water pills, diuretics, or low-dose aspirin could potentially also cause. Okay, so, but we also got number 2 for gout. It is a mass or aggregate, especially of something fluid, often gushing or bursting forth. Something accruing, and then probably fluid, and then bursting forth is called a gout. I guess would a geyser be called a gout? Because that's what it is. All of the water and the pressure builds up, and then eventually it's like... That's the sound that it makes. Gouty, that is an adjective. Okay. I've never heard of this second one be called a gout. The etymology says this is from the Anglo-French gout, which means drop or gout, from the Latin gutta, which means drop. But what is it a drop? Like, is it something falling, or is it more like a drop of something, like a drop of blood, a drop of uric acid? I don't know, something like that. Became gout. All right, the sound effect I'm going to make today is going to be, and there's a hand motion that goes with that, specifically for a word later, and it's not the word in general or the idea or the topic, it's just something specific. Okay, let's now go to gov, G-O-V, abbreviation for number 1, government or governor. Number 2, governmental institution. That's a lot to just be shortened down to gov. That one is usually preceded by a period used in a World Wide Web address, .gov. It means governmental institution. So when you see a website that ends in .gov, you know that website is officially part of a governmental institution The governmental. Is it just America? Are there other countries that use .gov? I mean, I know Canada uses .ca a lot. Interesting. Now we have govern. Verb from the 14th century. First is transitive. Number 1A. To exercise continuous sovereign authority over something, but especially to control and direct the making and administration of policy in. So, yeah, this is all just the idea of having authority over something, a group of people, governing them, giving them direction. What else? Administration or policy, making laws. Yep, it's all about that. It's govern is just all about governing. 1B, to rule without sovereign power and usually without having the authority to determine basic policy. If you don't have the authority, then why are you doing it? It frustrates me so bad it makes me yawn. Number 2A. This one is archaic, and the synonym, this feels a little related to the last one that we just had. The synonym is the word manipulate. Yes, when you are trying to manipulate somebody into doing something in general, maybe, I don't know, whatever, probably for your own selfish needs, then you are governing them. What else do we get? I mean, I guess we don't technically use this word in that way, but that's what it is. It has a meaning of manipulation. 2B. To control the speed of, especially by automatic means. And the example of what? The speed of what? The speed of maybe a machine. How fast can that machine go? I think I was once on a Segway many years ago. We did one of those Segway tours in Chicago, and they said it has a controller inside of it that will control the speed. You can't go faster than 12 miles an hour. And I said, can you give me the one that does not have that governor? I think that's how they use it. So it will not govern my speed. I control my own speed. I shall govern my own speed. Okay, 3A is to control, direct, or strongly influence the actions and conduct of. Seems similar to manipulating, controlling, directing, influencing the actions. 3B, to exert a determining or guiding influence in or over. The example is, income must govern expenditure. This is a very simple phrase. The income that's coming in must determine how much we can spend, our expenditure. And that's it, guys. To exert a determining or guiding influence in or over. The amount of views, plays, downloads on this podcast does not govern how many episodes I'm going to make. Because if it did, I would have stopped a long time ago. But I shall persevere. I shall persist. Okay. What do we got? We got 3C. To hold in check. The synonym is restrain. Like maybe some handcuffs are governing the usage of my hands and my arms. Number 4. To require to be in a certain case. And what you are requiring is a word. To require a word to be in a certain case, like what is this? Uppercase, lowercase, sentence case, camel case. And so you are governing the word. This must be in a very specific context that I'm not aware of. Number 5, to serve as a precedent or deciding principle for, as in customs that govern human decisions. The customs that govern human decisions, well, that's just not a part of our custom. We don't do that. We don't go take walks at midnight. That's just not what humans do. Screw you. A precedent, deciding principle. What have we been doing all this time? That's what we keep on doing. Maybe we should change that up. Maybe we should learn how to, find new things to do and not just do what we've always done. Okay. Now we have intransitive. Number 1, to prevail or have decisive influence. The synonym is control. So, yeah, that's I guess if it's intransitive, then you are governing, and the transitive would be, it's similar. I don't know the difference between intransitive and transitive. Number 2, to exercise authority. Yeah, so I guess you're the one doing it, although the transitives kind of seemed like that too. To exercise continuous sovereign authority over. Seems similar. Governable. That is an adjective. Governable. I am not governable. You cannot govern me. You cannot tell me what case I should be in. I decide what case I should be in. Is it a suitcase? Sure. Okay, let's look at the etymology. This is from the Anglo-French gouverneur, from Latin gubernare. Gubernare, fun word. That means to steer or govern. And also from the Greek kybernon, which maybe also means to steer or govern. So it just maybe comes from the idea of steering a boat, steering the direction of a thing. Hey, people, we're going to go that way. I'm steering you over there. I'm gubernaring you. No, it would be like gubernaro. Is that how you conjugate that verb? Gubernaro. I steer, I govern. I think maybe. Oh, boy. That takes me back. Okay, what else? Ooh, hey, we're going to dig more into governing ideas by going governance, noun from the 14th century. The synonym is government, so maybe governance was an old word that we used to use for the idea of a government, and then it became just government. Now we have governess, noun from the 15th century. Number 1, a woman who governs. What a concept. What? Can we have more of this, please? Can we turn into a matriarchy? Because I have a pretty good feeling that women who govern will make things better. That's just that. Number 2, a woman who cares for and supervises a child, especially in a private household. Governess. So she is controlling the child. No, not necessarily. She's supervising. She's like, hey, child, what should we do today? What do you want to do? You want to go to the beach? You want to learn some math? You want to learn some history? Should we play some tiddlywinks? I'm your governess. I gotta supervise you. Let's make a sandwich. I don't know where she's from. Now we have governessy. Governessy. It is governess with a Y. Adjective from 1872. It is characteristic of or resembling a governess. And the example is as in primness. Oh, the governess must be very prim. Must be very prim and proper. The governess has primness, and so she is governessy. Or if you just have primness and you are not a governess, then you are also governessy because you have primness. I guess? I don't know. Okay. Hey, oh, ho, boy, let's move on to our next entry, which is very long. It's the word government. Now, in general, I don't have problems with the idea of the government. I think, in general, some level of group of people doing things for a larger group of people is probably good. I also kind of like the idea of just a small community and that they just have their own thing. So I don't know. But, right now, very much right now, our American government is feeling pretty poopy. And I don't love it. I don't love what they're doing. In fact, I hate what they're doing, especially the one in top. All right. Ooh, government. You can say that with no N. Government. You can also say government. Oh, man. I'm sorry to laugh, but that one, I don't know if I've ever heard government. Government. Sounds like gum and mint and I don't know. I think that's how I should just say this word now. Government. And then also, what's this one? Government. Government. Yeah. Okay. Wow. The government. It's just essentially GUBEMINT. Government. Government. Okay. Noun, often attributive from the 14th century. Number 1 is the act or process of governing, but specifically, authoritative direction or control. It's the government. Number 2 is obsolete. It is moral conduct or behavior. The synonym is discretion. Yeah, obsolete. Number 3A, the office, authority, or function of governing. I'm probably going to plow through a lot of these. We got a couple of long ones coming up, though. Okay. What is next? I think it's number... Oh, that was 3A. So now we have 3B, which is obsolete. It is the term during which a governing official holds office. So they're in the government, and their term is the government, but it's obsolete. Number 4, the continuous exercise of authority over and the performance of functions for a political unit. That was worded kind of funny, and I said it kind of funny. The synonym is rule. So, the continuous exercise of authority over and the performance of functions for a political unit. What's the political unit doing? It's the government. Easy. Number 5A, the organization, machinery, or agency through which a political unit exercises authority and performs functions, and which is usually classified according to the distribution of power within it. That was a lot of information. I don't know. It's the thing that is exerting its power over other things. Dictionary, why didn't you just say that? 5B, the complex of political institutions, laws, and customs through which the function of governing is carried out. All of the political institutions all together, we got all the different branches, the executive branch, the legislative branch, the judicial branch. There's probably other things in there, and all them together, they're the government. Seems like these days those branches are the walls between the branches are crumbling. They're starting to become one, like a Voltron of government branches. Okay, number 6 is the body of persons that constitutes the governing authority of a political unit or organization. And we have a number of sub-definitions here. 6A, the officials comprising the governing body of a political unit and constituting the organization as an active agency. I hope that these words are very clear to you. That they're very similar, and I don't really have much to say about them. 6B is capitalized. The executive branch of the U.S. federal government is the capital G government. 6C is also capitalized. It is a small group of persons holding simultaneously the principal political executive offices of a nation or other political unit and being responsible for the direction and supervision of public affairs. That was a lot of information. Small group of people, a government. But this one specifically has two more sub-definitions. 6C1 is such a group in a parliamentary system constituted by the cabinet or by the ministry. That seems less American to me. Next is 6C2. The synonym is the 4B definition for the word administration. Go back way, way, way back to administration in the A's. Whew. And we have one more. It is number 7. The synonym is political science. Just political science. I never studied that. Didn't care so much for that. Didn't understand it. Still wouldn't study it. I mean, it's a fascinating thing because it controls the world. All of these politics and governments and things. Kind of amazing. But yeah, my brain was always like, let's play, let's make stuff, let's do music, let's perform, let's act, let's be goofy. Governmental, that is an adjective. Governmental, mental tape. Governmentalize, that is a transitive verb, and governmentally, that is an adverb. Okay, well, we already talked about the etymology way back in the word govern. By the way, the Latin gubernare, this is from steer or govern. What do we have? Gubernatorial race, right? Isn't that the race for the governor? Oh, governor, that's going to be in the next episode. All right, now let's move on to governmentalism. Governmentalism. Or could you also say governmentalism? Government. That will never get old. Noun from 1848. Number 1, a theory advocating extension of the sphere and degree of government activity. So, if you are studying governmentalism, if you are practicing it, if you believe in it, you support it, then you are saying that you think that government should get bigger, right? Extension of the sphere and the degree of government activity. All of those activities that the governmental people do should be more. They need more activities. Maybe they should go play balloons. You know how to play balloons, right? Yeah, it's a fun game. The governmental people would like it. Speaking of extending the sphere, it's a balloon blowing up. Number 2 for governmentalism. It is the tendency toward extension of the role of government. Governmentalist is a noun. And finally, let's go on to our very last entry. Governmentees. Governmentees, or I shall say, gubbermentees. Gubbermentees. What's that? Gubbermentees. All right, governmentees is a noun from 1944. It is jargon held to be characteristic of government officials. What is the jargon that the governmental people say? What is the governmentees? Let's just look up. What is some jargon? I mean, I'm sure I could think of some words. What is some jargon in government? in government. Let's see. Some political jargon. The BBC has a page. Maybe we can look at that one. That's kind of old, but same kind of thing. Some government jargon includes specialized words and acronyms like appropriation, gerrymandering. Oh, we talked about that. If you didn't hear me talk about gerrymandering, you got to go back to that episode. And another one is pork barrel, which I don't know what that is. Pork barrel is extra money added to a bill to help a specific local project. There's also general fund, rider, filibuster. Ooh, we hear about the filibuster a lot. And, they got to do something with the filibuster. They got to bust up Phil. The BBC jargon, governmentese, it leans more towards British, right? What does this say? If you intransigence, Tory austerity, second-class citizens, hard border, and bread and butter issues. If you read these and you drop to the floor, cover your ears, and rock back and forth, congratulations, you are a member of the Northern Ireland electorate. That's what this is for. This is a short article. Oh wait, no. Here's 10 phrases, and I think that these are these Northern Irish phrases? I don't know. Let's just read them. It'll be fun. Job of work to be done. I'm not going to read the descriptions or anything. I'm just going to read the phrases. Radical Republican agenda. No return to the status quo. Let me be very clear. Tackle the real issues. These are not so much governmentese. They're just things that people say in government. Window of opportunity. Will not be found wanting. Stormont is dysfunctional. Not fit for purpose. And overwhelming desire. All right, well, yeah, not so much governmentese on those last one, but some of these other ones I think I would call gerrymandering, filibuster, definitely probably pork barrel, I guess, appropriation, and other just real amazing words are all governmentese. Okay, hey everybody. We got to pick a word of the episode. What are we supposed to do now? What do you do when you pick a word of the episode? You go, word of the episode. That's what you do. Okay, today we had gout. Governance, governessy, government, governmentalism, and governmentese. Well, of course, it's not an official entry. My favorite word was government. But I have to pick a real one. Gout was the only one that was different than the rest of these words, but I don't really want to pick gout as the word of the episode. Nobody wants gout. I guess maybe just because it's also a little bit different. Governessy. Governessy. When you have governessy, you also have primness. You have primness. You're not a governess, but you are governessy. That was fine. That was totally fine. How do you rate my songs? What do you think of my songs? Sometimes they're amazing, and sometimes they're even more amazing. All right, let's scroll through our movie list because obviously it's time to talk about a movie. Where did we leave off? Right here. What's this movie? What is this movie? It's called A Private Life. I'm trying to remember this. I watched it on a plane. Let's type in the words. Here we go. A Private Life. This is the one with brain shut down. It's a French movie, but it stars an American actress who plays an American who has been living in France for a long time. And so it's Jodie Foster is the actress who plays the American person who has been living there. So I believe that Jodie Foster has been studying French for a very long time and is perfectly fluent in it. and does a fantastic job. And so it's like, what is it? Mystery kind of? Yeah, psychological thriller. Whodunit? Yeah, she's investigating the death of one of her patients, and so yeah, it's kind of mystery and it's kind of fun and funny sometimes. And she's working on this with her ex-husband, I think. Yeah, and yeah, it's an interesting movie. A Private Life. She has a very private life. Or does somebody else have a private life? Ooh, whose life is private? They govern their own life. All right, that is the end of this episode. Thank you for checking out this show, and until next time, this is Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye.